What's the deal? I got Ant joining me tonight. Just waiting for him to get up in here. Thank you for your continued support. Patrons, patreon.com/Taylor Durden. It's $4 a month. Join and you can get all these lives. It's like 150 lives on there now or some shit like that. And like 15 audio biography videos. Just waiting for my man to get on here so we can start the show. How y'all doing? Yeah, man. I'm gonna turn another light on real quick. If y'all got any questions, just ask them bitches. You know. If you have any, you might as well. I'm just waiting for you to join in. And if you in there now, I'm about to turn this light on. And then we can get going. Been a long couple days. What's the deal? Nice. Instagram be drawing. There we go. What's going on, man?
Yo, how you doing?
I'm all right, man. Just existing, man. How you, what's up with you, man?
Yeah, man. I feel that. Yeah, I'm Connecticut.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. What's going on? I got some notes and some shit I didn't go over the last live, and then I got some shit that's just going on that I could talk about. So I don't know if you want to say.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was gonna ask you. Just like you said, a lot's been going on. So yeah, I'd love to hear what you've been kind of, doing.
No, man, I wanted you to set the pace and then I could just, you know what I mean? If you had some topics or some shit, I mean, I got some shit I could go in on, but I feel like if you just, start with your itinerary, maybe some things you want to talk about, then I could like give my input and then we could roll from there. Cause I think sometimes like if I start, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't want to get too chatty. I feel like if we have a good conversation.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess I could just I took some notes too, so I could just kind of start reading stuff off and we go from there.
All right. Wherever.
Yeah, I guess really the first thing I wanted to ask was like kind of like your current experience. It's like, even with like the fires going on and stuff, has that, like, you were gone during that, or like what has that affected anything over there, or what's the deal?
It's like 4 hours away, so it didn't really, you know what I mean? And they're downwind, so I didn't get any of the smoke, you know what I mean? So, but like a couple of people, one friend of mine, she came up here because it was just so bad for her down there. She came up here for a night and then headed over to Santa Cruz or whatever. And, I guess it's just so bad. Like I had another friend in Los Feliz that they didn't have power since the Tuesday I think it started, and she was like the power lines is on the ground, like they're on the street, like everything's just down and there's no power and the smoke is just you're just inhaling motherfuckers' garages, burned down garage. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know nothing about it though. Up here it ain't so bad, man. I guess I'd be kind of worried about it though, because I'm like, shit. I guess any day they could try to play that game here, but I don't know, man. Our situation is better than I feel like LA. LA is just mad neglectful, like San Francisco neglect. Like up here, Cal Fire, I feel like they do a pretty good job, like as far as like keeping the brush down and trying to keep things away from the poles. And the feds in this national park, they're the ones that's just mad neglectful. So, that's how it's been since I've been here. Fucking how many years now? Like 13 years, 14 years. Just been damn, that's great. I feel old now.
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah, man. So I'm glad, that shit ain't really fucking with me though. I mean, but it sucks for LA, man.
Yeah, do you think it's gonna like, I don't know, like is it something that would go all throughout the whole of Cali, or just you think it's kind of just meant for that area?
I guess they might be just wiping LA clean because they got the Olympics, the Super Bowl, and the World Cup all in the next 4 years.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. It's like a lot of shit, you know what I mean? Like most of the World Cup games are going to be in LA. So it's like that's just going to be so many motherfuckers coming in, and then you got the Olympics. It's crazy. So I don't know what they got planned, but I think that that they should have foresaw that. That this shit. I never seen a fire in January. First place I moved to in Cali was like 15 minutes from where the fire started in Woodland Hills. So like,
Okay.
yeah, like right there is where my school was. It's like that whole area is, it's right next to it, kind of. You know what I mean? It's the other side, like it's like Topanga Canyon. The other one side is Malibu. The other side is like Woodland Hills and all that. So I went to school over there, and I never seen no fires like after like October. I don't think I ever seen or even heard of none. If they were small scale that just never made the news.
That's
So
what I thought, like, because it's January. Like, even when I was like, after I saw you up in Fresno, I went to LA for like a day or something, but I was in Long Beach and it was kind of cold over there. It felt like, like, how did a fire even happen?
yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how. Yeah, it had to be some type of foul play or like they just capitalized on, um, some type of bum fire or something. I don't know, but
Yeah.
it doesn't seem organic. I never seen no shit like that in all the years. January fire is ridiculous to begin with, and then it's LA, man. And I mean, I live in the sticks. You kind of expect it, but it's
Yeah. And it doesn't even happen.
LA is like, how did y'all let this happen? Malibu is like gone.
Wow. I haven't really been keeping up with it. That's crazy.
Yeah, like all the fucking like the Malibu, like all the property that was on the beachfront or whatever, that shit's all gone. So I'm like, how could this be, yo? And they're like, we don't want to spray salt water on it. And I'm like, bro, what does it matter? You gonna just let everything burn? What's the
Do
fucking problem, bro?
something, right?
Yeah, I don't get it, bro. It's yeah, California's crazy though, man. Maybe shit'll turn around. I mean, maybe we go back to Ronald Reagan California days or something, but I don't know, man. It's tough.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't know. I kind of have like mixed feelings about what's coming. I'm like, I kind of feel like things are going to have like a total reversal, but I also feel like it's kind of like the end of everything, you know?
Yeah, like I've heard people say that Trump is just there like to sell out the country. The whole thing is just like a liquidation, I guess.
Ah,
I don't know. That's what I've heard, but I don't know, man. I really don't know. I mean, it could just be, everybody scrambling. Another, I forgot the word that they used after World War One. It was like a massive land grab, like when like as like Africa before World War One, the countries were all different boundaries and stuff, and after World War One, it was like everybody just was like lobbying for trying to expand borders and create new countries and take lands and colonize. And I just wonder if that's like the same thing that's going to happen. Like they just want to shift again, the monopoly board again.
like kind of like World War III vibes and all that, right? Like, kind of
Yeah,
going back to that. Yeah.
yeah. Because I don't know. I mean, this shit seems like there's not that many plays left to run.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm. Yeah,
It's like, how much further can we take it?
yeah, exactly. I don't know what they might have plans or whatever, but I don't know. It don't seem like it's just gonna be like, oh, Trump is in and shit is smooth. You know, it seems like it's gonna be bullshit every step of the way.
Yeah, yeah. And I thought it would already have started by now.
Yeah, I guess they wanna make it to where it's just more so like all under his watch. I don't
Okay.
I don't know, man.
That's what I've been hearing too a little bit. Like, it's kind of going to go in that direction. Like, like it's like the martial law type deal.
Yeah, that's what they calling this shit in LA, the Marshall Plan.
No way.
That's the name of like the rebuilding project is the Marshall
Wow.
Plan.
And I was going to say, do you think like the fires are just kind of dealing with like the reset kind, like they're just kind of resetting everything to rebuild it their way?
I don't know, but somebody was talking about that. There's like these big like megaliths that you can now see that are underneath, like like mythology stuff
Okay.
underneath all the house, like because all the brush is gone in a lot of areas, and you can see the structures maybe that was underneath where the brush and the houses were. So
Yeah. So that's what I was thinking too. Like, could it just be like all the fake stuff burning away and like the real stuff kind of resurfacing?
I guess it has to eventually. I mean, it's not been that long, man. It's been less than 200 years. Like California was mostly logged, like by like the 1850s. It was like mostly logged, so it was bald. Like a lot of California was bald. So it's not. It's only been like 170 years or whatever since it was bald. So I guess now maybe it's just a cycling back to that.
Okay, that
I
sounds
don't
about
know.
right.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen like, dude, I don't know if you ever heard of the dude Carimio on YouTube.
Uh,
He be just read, yeah. He just be
uh,
reading books. He just be reading books about like accounts of like what America was, from different colonizers and settlers and different, aboriginals and stuff. And like, he got one that's about the natives of California, and I don't know. It just came out recently. I haven't watched it or whatever. It's lengthy, but every time I like watch it, it'd be worth it. It's like, okay, if you never been a so like a like if that information never hit you, you'd be like, wow, this is crazy. Somebody wrote this shit down, and this is like in like a he always begins shit that's like in the Canadian libraries and everything. It's not like it's like just books, like random books, like nonfictions or something.
it
It's
was
all
actually like public stuff, right? Like published.
yeah, yeah. And so
Wow.
yeah, Karimio is like Kurimeo on YouTube. He got some pretty cool stuff, but I can see like he's starting to get shadow banned. Like I was like for a while there, I was like, damn man, they let him kind of run free reign. Like he just posting and saying whatever. You know what I mean? He's talking about the Khazars. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I would never be able to make these videos. And then sure enough, he was like, yeah, I'm getting strike. I gotta start doing shit on Patreon and Rumble. And I'm like, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it's coming to, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what can you really do, man? It's just, I don't know. I don't like. I think they definitely wanna go after Rumble, like in Brazil, like Rumble's completely shut off.
Really?
Yeah, you can't access Rumble at all in Brazil. So I mean, I think and Twitter now too, X or whatever. You can't
In Brazil.
Twitter in Brazil. You get no Twitter, no Rumble, and I guess that's kind of the standard that they want probably for everyone.
Yeah, I mean now they're talking about TikTok in the US, right? So that's like, they just be banning stuff.
Yeah. I heard they just released. China just made another one or some shit.
Yeah, my sister was telling me about that. It's like red something. I don't know. And everyone's like jumping to that one. But I'm like, is that just a trap for everyone that was on TikTok? Like now you're just jumping on, jumping ship to something worse.
Yeah, probably with more terms and agreements that you just don't even know you're signing up for.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. Because, how you going to read all of them?
Yeah, especially some new shit. Like, um, I definitely don't never read none of the ones I got now. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like I just assume they're fucking me. You know what I mean? Like, I just they're just invasive, and it's
Just
just
like, I'll get my way out of it somehow if I have to.
yeah, I fucking do. I just Yeah, man. I mean, I really wish that we could like. I wish Getter would have worked. I wish Parler. I wish Kanye would have bought Parler, but I don't know.
Yeah,
You
what
know,
happened with Parler?
Candace Owens' husband owns it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he was supposed to sell it to Kanye, and then Kanye backed out. I guess his money probably got hit so hard that to like spend that money on that would be just maybe just not worth it. I don't know.
He hits the downslopes hard.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's so funny, man. Because I feel like that's the funny thing about X is because X is pretty reckless in the comments, yo. Like like in Facebook and Instagram, that shit is so fucking like just filtered out. X people be like, Kanye was right. People, you know what I'm saying, all up and down it. Like, and it's like, yo, this is, I guess this, because I mean, I guess if you're just fucking sensitive, I seen like Mark Cuban's bitch ass, like he was like, it's a cesspool. It's a cesspool, and I'm like, yo, it's the shit though, because you can get off whatever you want to say for the most part.
Exactly, exactly. Which is surprising.
Yeah, my shit's still hemmed up though. You know what I mean? Like,
Really?
I don't know if it's just like they didn't adjust it because I was small time, but like my Facebook and my Twitter used to be linked, and it got like 30,000 posts on it because I would just post from Facebook and it would go right to Twitter.
Yeah.
And then for some reason they disconnected it. Why? I don't know why, I guess, but all at once they disconnected it. Like my Instagram got deleted, my Facebook and Twitter got separated, and now they won't let me reattach them. And yeah. and so like from that point on, my shit been stuck at like 1,300 followers or whatever. It's like it won't go up. So I'd be like, man, I ain't got no reach on none of these platforms. It don't make a difference. Like
Yeah.
I'd have to like get a new phone and like move somewhere and just like make a whole nother account and like cut my beard off or something. I don't know
Yeah,
what
cut your hair, just go bald.
I had to go with the baldy. If I go with the baldy and like wear glasses or some shit, I
Yeah,
maybe get that off.
just look like a hipster or something.
Yeah, y'all see me with the baldy and the glasses looking like Steve Jobs,
Yeah.
then you know what I mean? Then y'all know, oh shit, he lost everything. Yeah, man.
That's funny.
Nah, man, but for me, man, I don't know, man. Like, I just feel like this is the first time in my life that I kind of got like actual space. I do have shit scheduled, kind of, but like it's not, it's very loose, and like I feel like I don't know, just dealing with the like the actual silence, because like I always had like one in the chamber, man. I was always like in a relationship, getting out the relationship, or one in the chamber, like. And I feel like right now it's kind of like everything's kind of up in the air, so it's like I get a lot more quiet time, and I never really, and I just be seeing how much I just ignored it, I guess, like over the years, like because it was always someone there. Like I'm always like I think part of it started with just moving to California and being in a long distance, and like I used to talk to my brother all the time, whoever I could talk to, kind of, because I wouldn't have nobody to talk to, like you know, about the things I wanted to talk to. So I think it kind of rolled over into like relationships being like that, and like I kind of just needed somebody to be on the phone so I could be like, yeah, there's somebody there, and I want.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I got in like this routine of talking, and it kind of just like a routine of ignoring myself, and I'm just like walking that back and just seeing how bad it is, like because like I feel like every relationship I've ever been in is just like out of loneliness. I never really been in one because this shit was like healthy. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. And it's like, how do you tell though? Like, I mean, I guess I know how you tell, but is it possible to be, like, is there a balance there?
yeah, I get. Yeah, man. I think ultimately, like when it comes time to like when you have to say something, you're gonna say it, and it's like, you know, I guess just if you don't resist saying some shit on time, then later you don't feel like you have a bunch of shit to say later. Like if somebody challenges you or disrespects you and you address it right then it's over.
Yeah.
But if you don't say the shit, then later on you be like, that motherfucker, yo, I should have said this or that or whatever, and then
Yeah.
you go into all of that.
And you got
So I think yeah,
like
like
resentment.
yeah, I think as long as you stay on time with the speaking, then it's not like talking. And so yeah, man, I think I don't know. I think that's like the weirdest part of it, man. It's like, but like I was saying, man, in the post the other day, I don't want to be in the routine of the shit, man. Like it's so much routine
Yeah.
involved with it. And like I go right into the feeding that dog. Like that routine is like another personality almost. It's like, oh, welcome back. Welcome back. You came back into the meat grinder machine. The
Come
meat
on,
grinder app.
man.
You turn the meat grinder app on, and then it's like that dog starts to get food, and then it's like the door's open, man. Like feel like that's that's why I be like so worried about having sex, man, because of the door being open, and then I just be like, I guess it puts me in like a totally nihilistic place where I'm just like, I guess I could just fuck as many chicks as possible right now. What is the difference? Because I'm doing the same routine. It's only gonna give me the same results. This for me to expect anything different is retarded. So what does it matter if I just keep going? And like, and I perfected the routine like to my own detriment. And
Yeah.
so like but it's like since I don't really have a culture or a fucking language or a fucking like um I haven't really practiced being present, like it's kind of all I have. You know what I mean? It's like that is my culture,
Yeah.
the fucking destruction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, my routine is all I got. Like, I get put in that position. It's like if you never went to finishing school and then you got to go to like a banquet and you like, yo, I don't know how to put my fork and my knife down and none of that. Like I don't know how to formally do this. None of this. Like I'm gonna eat this shit like a savage or however. You know what I mean? Even if it is quiet and calm, it's gonna be all wrong. My fingers gonna be wrong. I'm not doing. I have no formal training. So like all I have is the meat grinder. That's really it. Like I don't really,
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean? So I don't know. I just think that the time I now I just be like I could put music on. I could, and sometimes I can see like how I even run with reading, and I'm like I could read, I could put music on, I could call somebody, or I could just not do any of that right now and just be right here and then see where this takes me because I don't even know. It's just so foreign to even
Yeah.
just be being because it's always like that, man. It's always like another one in the chamber where I'm like for the last girl or or I'm just going right into that space of like, where's the next? You know what I mean? Like they might not be in the chamber, but I'm like, how do I fill this space? And so I never really had the space open to where I could just be with me and be like okay with that. And I feel like my relationships fail until I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
There's no way, no way a relationship will be all right, yo. If I can just be quiet with myself for an extended period.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. So I feel like it's all like I'm connecting out of lack instead of out of like an abundance, like feeling like I have something to actually share. It's more so like I'm just trying to talk so I don't actually hear myself or using you so that I can hear myself. And like once I hear myself, I'm discarding of you. And like
Yeah.
either way, that shit is foul.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think kind of like that's kind of like where I'm at, where I'm like, fuck, man, I'm a one trick pony. All I got is this meat grinder app. I need to get some more apps. You know what I mean? I need to get way more apps. I got like the football player app, but that's like part of the meat grinder. You know what I mean? Like all them Jones is part of the meat grinder. Like everything is
Yeah.
like just uh, a process of the meat grinder app, like football, traveling, um, certain shit, all the shit. You know what I mean? That I feel like it comes with my personalities.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
what I mean?
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit fucks me up though, man. Like I don't, I don't know. I feel like I psychoanalyze myself maybe so much that like I be running into other people, and I feel like I don't want to deviate too much into my personality because I feel like it gives the green light for them to live in theirs, and I'd be like, oh man,
Uh,
and now I'm just gonna fucking look at like I guess what is this personality compensating for as far as lack of presence, and then I feel like I can't not see it once I see it, and then I just be mentally fixated, and I go right into escapism, and I just be wanting to do drugs or fuck, you know what I'm saying? Because I need
one of
something to
the
take my
two.
mind off the judgment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to not because I always internalize it. I'm like, because it's like as soon as I be like, it's like one finger pointing at them, three at me. I'm just like, oh, you ain't shit. I ain't shit. God damn, I ain't shit. So,
Yeah.
yeah, man. I don't know. What's up with you though, man? How's your process, man? My fellow fallen angel over there, man.
Yeah, man. It's going just like that. Uh, just kind of just being, it's like a roller coaster kind of at this point. I mean, maybe not that severe, but I see where I'm kind of falling off, but I also see kind of where I'm on the upslope, So it's like, yeah, I mean, kind of everything you've been posting just been hitting like perfect,
What do you think you got to work on, yo? That's why I be always wondering, like, God damn, man, is this endless work, yo? Is that it's never? I'm never gonna not
Yeah.
work.
That
God
that's what
damn.
I've been feeling, man. And that's really what I've been asking myself, like, what am I working on right now, I guess, yeah, for me, it is kind of like, I guess, working through the relationship thing, because I've been kind of going through one and I haven't really been in one in a long time, you know? So
And it's wild. Like, what do you do to meet chicks, man? Like, how are you meeting chicks at work? Like, what do you be
that's how
doing?
I
How do you be meeting?
met this one.
Because, bro,
But
I'm scared to meet chicks in person, like because I feel like it's all for the wrong reasons. I've never met no chick in person and been like, let me get to know her. I don't know. It'd be like, oh
uh,
man, I want to wreck her box. You know what I mean? It's never like, I don't know. Like that's like the initial pop. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, damn, yeah, this is really what I want to do. But let me ask you how you're doing. or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy to me. To me, that's sociopathic off top, like already, like you know what I mean. And then it's like you can be brash like that because we're in the everybody's a Pornhub star now,
Yeah.
so you can kind of be like, and it might work. You might get smacked, but I think if you could do it right and it could work more than not, where you could just be aggressively disrespectful and the shit work if you know how to talk. You
Oh,
know what I mean?
definitely. It's like they're waiting for it.
Yeah,
Like these
man.
days, at least.
Yeah. I be seeing chicks, man. I seen a chick in the gym today, and I was just like, man, I hope she got a man in here, just so I can like not have to deal with this. You know what I mean? Like to make it to just govern her that to keep a little partition there, because it'd be, I don't know. I feel like it's an inevitable thing if you put yourself in a place and your energy's in a certain spot and you just available, and then like, you know what I mean? I don't know, or at least if even if you just appear available, you know what I mean? Because if a bitch is in there with nothing on in the gym and the dude's not there, even if she got a dude, people gonna like gravitate towards that. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
yeah, because of the attachment, yo, it's like I feel like I have to entertain this bitch with my dick, and once I do, once you give me an Oscar for this dick performance, then I can have value. You know what I mean? It's like the wildest shit, yo, and it has
Yeah.
nothing. Yeah, it has nothing to do with them. That's the crazy part. That's the sociopathic part that be killing me. And I just be like, damn, I want this low. I want to know of it a little bit, but I'd be like, damn, you already.
But that's like how we were talking about the other day. It's like you want to know them, but it's like the more you dig, it's like kind of like you just kind of see the lack and like kind of how they're feeling it, and it's kind of like, man, like you don't see this, and they're kind of like, nah, or maybe they, I don't know, maybe they do, you know, but it's like, yeah, I guess that goes back to the whole routine thing, you know, but
Yeah,
that's kind of where I'm at with it. It's like, yeah, I want to like know you, but it's like at the same time, like what you know, what's in there?
yeah, and I don't know. That's why I be wondering, like, yo, is it my job? I gotta provide guidance in this way. I
That's
gotta,
what I've been going
I
through,
gotta provide morale and guidance. Like, this is crazy. It took me
and
mad
I got to be
long.
responsible.
Yeah, like, yo, it took a lot of work to not want to hurt myself, and I'm not getting that from you. And I gotta fucking try to let this shit rub off like contagiously. Like, how the fuck is this gonna happen? Like, I don't, and so it'd be like troubling me. Where I'm like, I don't know, but it's like nobody's really finished product, I guess. But you want to catch them in stride. You don't really want to catch a bitch flat-footed and then be like, all right, let's start the engine up. You know what I mean? Let's try to
Yeah,
get this going. If you
exactly.
already going, it's not so bad. But I never really met one. I feel like that's not heavily distracted, like inundated with vanity and fucking fear, and it just be, and then if they getting toxic attention that they enjoy, it's like it's like how can you even?
You
There's
can't even
nothing.
compete with that, really. I mean, you could, but you know what I mean? Like it's just gonna continue to build.
Yeah, it's gonna bring out the worst in you, and then like, and then they expect that from you. That's the crazy thing. You know what I mean? Like if you meet a chick and then wreck her box and then like bring out the worst type of like energy out of you really. And then they be like, well, this is what sex is. This is what it is for us. And you be like, yeah, I really would like to be more gentle. I really would. But I, you know, you're not, I don't, the pressure here, it doesn't, and then it's like at the same time, it's like I'm dealing with my own addiction. It's just like, you know, it's like anything. Like it's like an alcoholic. You know, you be like, yo, I don't want to take that drink because if I do, it's gonna send me on a bender. And that's kind of how I feel about like routine sex. You know what I mean? I just be like, fuck, that was the word. That was like no calories. I mean, that was like empty calories.
Yeah.
And now I'm starving. Now I just all I want and think about is this. And
Yeah.
this is crazy.
Yeah, man. I definitely, yeah, it's weird. Like, I've been like, I guess you said something the other day, maybe in a post or a live or something like that, about like kind of taking what comes your way and like being responsible with it or something. And that had me thinking about like kind of, you know, I'm like, it is like that though. It's like once I get it, I want more. But then I'm like trying to tell myself, like, all right, now I got to be responsible. You know, it's like the alcoholic, you know, kind of like, or if an alcoholic could take one drink and then just stop right there for like a month, you know. But I'm like,
Yeah,
is
it would be
that
tough.
even possible?
It would be tough. You know what I mean? You just start,
Especially if it's around all the time.
yeah. And then like now the drink can talk to you. Like actually, like yo, drink me. Just come on. No,
And like beg you to drink it.
yeah. And then like try to do other shit to like kind of recreate the circumstance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That made you drink to begin with. But like I don't know, man. I just it's such a dysfunction, man. Like in all of us, but like definitely I feel like when it comes to broads, like you know, I fuck with chicks. You know, I fuck with chicks, man, that be beautiful women, dog, and mad intelligent, and they just so sexually deviant. You know what I mean? You feel like, God damn, man, like what made you feel like you needed this attention?
Yeah.
And I think that's a void, yo, that I don't know how to deal with. Honestly, I don't know how to like remedy that shit, man. Like,
It's like you want to go in a way, right? Like you're like, yeah, I
yeah,
can
but I
do
mean, what can
this.
you do? Yeah, yeah, but it's like, oh, this fucking been cracked open, bro. This damn is split. It's like it's not a little hole. This joint is split. Like, you know, you know, it's been, you know, I don't really. I be like usually don't ask, don't tell, because I don't want them to pry. But like,
Mm.
if it ever comes down into it, and we start talking about this shit, like if I really like them, I'm like, all right, so let me really investigate. Like, if I want you to be my child's mother, how much of a hoe have you been this whole time? Just because I feel like I
You
need to
gotta
know
know.
how much we gotta rinse. And so I don't know, man. I'd be surprised, man. A lot of bitches have had trains ran on them, and they'd be like, "You're way too pretty and smart for that. What
Yeah.
is going on,
Like how did
yo?"
that even
Like,
happen?
yeah. One chick I was fucking with got a train ran on her, dog, and she said, like, and she was never like getting high and drinking. Like, I was like, "Yo, you did that shit sober?" I was like, "You know how much I would like." The only time in my life I ever had a threesome, I was drunk. I never had no sober threesomes, though. I had to be devilish. You know what I mean? I had to be deviant like that. I can't.
And you're supposed
They ain't about
to
to
be the demon.
no wholesome fucking threesomes, dog. You know, it don't exist. So like, I don't know. I was like, yo, how could you do that sober? Like, I feel like I guess I used to drink and smoke to kind of like I guess block the attention. Like I didn't really want. I remember specifically like the first time I drank to have sex, like because I was like, I need to do this because if I don't, I'm less of a man for fucking her, so I'm gonna just do it. I don't really want it. I don't really like her, but it's here and available, and her body looks like this, so I'm not gonna not do it because
Yeah.
I just wanted to turn the thoughts off, and you know what I mean. I was like 17, and like I just be thinking like, so you didn't turn that off, and you still could go into or was that attention and that presence just never there? It was just never there. There was never nothing like looking out for you, because that's really what I feel like it was. Like it's like a something's looking out for you inside of you, or however you want to look at it. You guardian angels, God, whatever. Something inside of you is like enough to be like, you need to chill. Like this is not for you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and then you know you like got that hedge of protection, but then you drink or smoke and it goes away, and now you just
Okay.
now you're vulnerable and stuff. So like coming into that shit sober is wild to me. Like that you had no protection. There was nothing there saying like this not right. You shouldn't do this. Like how much denialism is crazy. Like it's like
Yeah.
another level of nihilism I never experienced. But like it just showed me like, damn, you have the amount of attention you need to feel yourself is crazy. And like that might be extreme, you know, but I still feel like chicks with more than 10 bodies, you know, it's the same kind of. It's just not as maybe not like having a train ran on you, but it's still like, you know,
It's like what
you
happened to make that happen?
for some reason like you like I want to stop the attention, this divine attention I got that's like don't do that shit, get that out of there, let me get the attention from this dude that ain't shit and let him just rail me, and I want him to bust a nut. Like how many, I don't know how many chicks have asked you to bust a nut though. Like I don't know, I feel like for the most part chicks think you bullshit. they think you're fucking capping. When you be like, yo,
Yeah.
I don't bust nuts, man. I'm sorry, ma'am. Sorry about that. You know what I mean? And then how many? How
They don't
many
even
will be
know that's
like,
possible.
yeah, they just think you lying and like you trying to be cool or some shit. I
Yeah.
don't know. I think they just generally think like this don't exist and he's trying to be cool. But then you get into that circumstance and it's like they want you to bust that nut and you just be like, yeah, you don't even care about me, yo. You really a predator. It's too
It's almost
bad
like
I'm
they're rushing through it too. Like they want it to hurry up and happen, kind of. I feel like at least I've experienced something like that, where it's like they're just like rushing the process so they could just get the nut, you know?
yeah. I guess that's just the euphoria at that point then, you know what I mean? Because the creature inside of them that they share their body with, that's what wants that. And like because if you're just a wholesome chick, like I swear, man, like you bang a virgin or a chick that ain't got many bodies, yo, you can see that it's not there.
Yeah,
Like that you don't want that kind of attention. You don't want that kind of energy. You know, like it's just different. Like, and we so corrupted and foul. Like I'm like, nah, I just want a bitch that's broken. She got mad tattoos. She's basically a cutter. Bitch hates herself. You know what I mean? Like, like that's I'm like, damn, dog. You
and
know,
I'd be asking myself why.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I see a bitch at the gym with her neck and titty tatted. I'm like, ah, oh, you hate yourself. Yes, yes. But it is what it is. And like I said, so you fuck a chick that's not like that, and it's like, oh, I can't even approach this like this. It kills my routine if unless you just have no presence. Because if you have any kind of presence, you're going to be like, oh, you have to take your time. You cannot do this routine. You can't break this one. You're gonna hate yourself for this. If you do it, if you do this, you're gonna hate yourself. You need to really, it's like some Jordans. You can't just go right into playing ball in them bitches. You need to wear them
Yeah.
shit for years, and then you start playing ball in them when it's all right. These bitches is done, or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and then you can start wearing them out. But like I feel like, yeah, that's how it is though. I feel like I man, that's why I'd be scared to fuck younger chicks too. What's the
Yeah.
youngest chick, like, as far as age gap? What's the youngest chick you ever fucked with?
Not really, not that far. Like maybe 5 years. I guess it's kind of young, but like she was
How
20,
old is
22 when I was 27.
That's not that bad though. She's
Yeah.
out of college, basically, a senior in college, maybe.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest gap I've had. They all been like within like a year or two. I guess there was one chick that was like 5 years older when I was like 18, but that that was kind of the same gap.
I think my biggest gap is like 10 years or 9. 10 or 9.
What?
No, 11. 11.
Wow.
11. Like 10 and a half. I think it was 10 and a half. Yeah, man. And like, but she was the most corrupted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She was the most corrupted one. That's what I'm saying. The young ones be just gone. And like, they're either gone or I guess they're just in a shell. But like, um, there was a couple chicks that I fuck with that was like 8-year difference, 9-year difference. And I felt like God was like, you're gonna pay for this, dog.
Okay.
You better take your time, yo. And really, you fuck them, you know what I mean? And I'll be like, whatever, try me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At the time, I was like, whatever. She's an adult. You know what I mean? She 20. She's an adult or whatever. She 21. The one chick was like 19 and I was 27. But
Okay.
yeah, that's probably like I guess the most reckless. But at the same time, dog, I feel like it's wild because they be doing certain things that's like grown up things, and you be like forgetting,
She grown enough.
and then you go other places in the world. I feel like where it's like, yeah, you can drink at 18, you get in the bar at 18. Some places you get in at 16,
Yeah.
and that's what, you know what I mean? So like, I felt like being 27, fucking with a 19-year-old, but she was about to turn 20 or some shit like that in a few months. But still, that was like the youngest I think. That was like I can see like she only had a handful of bodies. Nobody ever really wrecked that because she was so pretty.
Yeah.
You could tell people be in their mind like with the pretty chicks like, oh, I don't want to fuck up, and then they fuck up, and then so me going into this shit all cavalier, not giving a fuck like about her existence. I go into it and fuck her like a stranger, and like like not somebody that wants to know her. And then, you know, I feel like it overwhelms. Like it's very impressive, but not in a good way in the long run. You know what I mean? And so I think that yeah, it's totally different. I couldn't deal with it. Like the way I was treating myself and my better judgment, I'm like, everything is right. It's a young chick. She's very moldable. She will be mad loyal, in shape, there to be guided. You know what I mean? And I'm like, nah, I ain't living right. I ain't living right. I living right enough to take you under my wing. Like, and then, you fuck with a chick that has happened to them mad times, and they just they're in another spot, man. It's like, what do you want, really? Like, you want the broken bitch that you can relate to because y'all just broken, or you really gonna like take care of a chick that is kind of like oblivious? It's wow, man.
Yeah, I mean that sums it up, really. You know,
What's
that's
the
kind
oldest chick you're?
of oldest. What was it? It was well, I was 18 and she was like 21 or 22 or something.
So 4 year gap for you?
Yeah, that's. I mean, oh well, now yeah, I guess like more recently. So like I'm 30 and she was 32, so that's another
When I
age.
was 28, yeah. When I was 28, I think I banged this one chick. She was like 44.
What?
I think that's the.
I always wonder what that's like.
Nah, yeah, I hate myself. For that joint, I hate myself for real, dog. Like I just wanted to get something, so I did that. But
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, nah. When I was like 23, I fucked this chick that was 34, and at the time she was so bad. She already had a kid. I could see why people didn't pull out. Right? She was so bad, but I wasn't ready for that, man. You know what I mean? At 23, I was not ready to be no stepdad and having no chick that like. Nah, I was not. I was not ready for it. So, but then I seen her later, like years later, and I was like, I'm definitely glad I didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
34 was the top of the hill. You know what I'm saying? That was it. It was all downhill from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So do you think like if you didn't like cross that barrier of like sex with like the younger ones that it would have been different? Like it would have been like more of that like I don't know, like you were saying like moldable, like or you like teach like a teacher kind of thing, like
The whole approach to it, I don't think I could have had sex with them, but the approach would have been having to been different, like, cause like again, it's like that vexation of spirit, man, that Solomon talks about. It's like I'm just trying to, you know, I'm just trying to tee off on a bit. You know what I'm saying? It's not, it's not like I'm trying to do it like, yeah, let me fertilize you so you can like flower. It's
Yeah.
not that. It's a totally different approach. Like it's so deviant that it's I couldn't do it that way. And it's like really fucking like plucking petals any other way, you know what I mean, to try to do it the other way. Like to try to really just run up in her box and overwhelm her and then just disappear from her life, you know what I mean? I think because that's kind of what is there left to do? Once you do that, it's like this
You
shit
kind of
is
did everything you had to.
this shit is soiled at that point because like the
Yeah.
approach is like, we started off wrong. How are we gonna finish? It's gonna take a lot to like. This is a gaping gash that we have to soak, and I train them. It's like I train them to be deviant. You know what I mean? Like now that's what they like. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, this is sick. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I, like
And they don't even know why they like it.
yeah, you know what I mean? So I'll be like trying to break that cycle. I feel like I'll be getting involved with chicks, and like I caught on to it, and I'm like, nah, I need you to always remember what you want and when you want it, and like so that
Yeah.
you can know what you're into. Instead, because otherwise, then yeah, she gonna go to the next dude, and if he don't hit it the way the formula like I did, that's like her barometer instead of her like barometer being like how present were they. It's
Exactly.
like did he abuse my vaginal walls correctly? Then you know what I mean? And it's like oh man, because they get trained, man, and it's like especially if it's like that's the first dude, you know, like
Yeah.
and all the dudes like I'm trying to think of like somebody that's having sex for the first time right now that the guy had never seen porn. You know,
Man, that's a tough
does
one.
it
Yeah.
exist? Does it exist? Because like even in Muslim countries, I lived in Muslim countries. They watch mad porn.
Really?
Yeah, they watch mad porn though. The dudes
What?
watch mad. Yeah, because they can't fuck. You know what I mean? They gotta get married to have sex. So they don't even they watch mad porn. So I'm like, damn, Muslims is jerking off. You know what I mean? Muslims is like looking at you know, I guess probably I don't know if they're like Mia Khalifa or whatever, fucking
Yeah,
whoever.
right.
You know?
They got like whatever
Whatever shit,
flavor for that
you know, whatever,
section.
they watch everything. I'm assuming, but so they're going into sex for the first time as 25-year-old virgins with that in their mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. So I think it's like it corrupts the whole process because they're just like, this is how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to break this bitch's back. You know what I'm saying? Like, this bitch
She's
is
supposed to
like
be
a
screaming.
yeah. I mean, yeah. It's like it's so you're missing so much, and I think that it takes a while to kind of figure out what you missed. And then I think some people maybe never figure it out because they just bust a nut and get the bitch pregnant, and now they don't even realize what they've been missing.
Yeah.
And then it's like too late, you know? Because I think if you take your time and you're really patient, and you like, if you actually do, if your body can actually just naturally go into sex like without coercion, then I think you would see like, it's not really there, or you be like, oh, there's a lot of creative potential here. You know, let's get back to the drawing board and see how we can be even more gentle. You know what I mean? It's crazy though, man. I think that you can still be gentle or slow, but at the same time very firm. You know what I mean? And but
Yeah.
but I think that porn just teaches you to just be disrespectful. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Literally. Yeah. And then you got to undo all that.
Yeah, and then you go through and then it takes. I really feel like your bodies be like reeling off of it, and like you be like ecstatic off of, you be having so much static shock off of the sex or the masturbation, basically, to where it could take weeks to kind of calm down to where you get the gist of the routine. It's like the Kevin Hart shit. I don't know if you remember he was talking about the routine. He was talking about like how he be fucking bitches or whatever, and then they bitches be acting like they play along, like yeah, you about to turn me over and hit it from the back right now, right? Yeah, all right, you know what I'm saying? And no, like it's so many times you go through that shit, the routine becomes more obvious,
Yeah.
you know. So at that point, then it's like you're reaching for straws. You're like, all right, how fuck can we spice it up or do something different or like, because that once you reach like realize the routine, then it's like the jig is up kind of. And
Yeah.
and I think a lot of people at that point they start to be like gravitating towards other people because I think it's like the safety goes away. Like the routine is so much safety.
Uh-huh.
So I think once they go, like once the routine is like identified, then you're like, oh shit, now we actually have to be present, or we're not, or it won't. It'll be so monotonous that we're not even gonna be able to do it because I'm not gonna have any like energy for it. There's no morale for it. There's no sexual morale.
And
So
no desire even, right? Or maybe there is a desire, but
how many
no
times?
purpose.
How many times do you fuck a bitch from the back like a strange bitch on Pornhub? How many times can you do that before you like, all right, I need a new one?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
It's like, yeah,
know? I don't think you can do it more than 100 times, Joe. I think that's the
definitely.
max. One chick 100 times, and y'all, no one's getting pregnant. I I think you're gonna break up. I think that your relationship is already dead. It's nothing there. You know what I mean? Because if you haven't created nothing and you spent all this time doing this, is like to me, it's crazy.
So you think if it's like, yeah, by creating something, do you mean just a child, or by like something else in life, like just working on something or building something? Would that kind of even it out?
I think yeah, if you're working on stuff and you're building stuff, then it's gonna like space out the amount of times you fuck if you're actually
Okay.
building shit.
So it's like you come together and do that, and then you like
Yeah,
go out and do what you got to use that creative energy.
yeah, because I think you'll prioritize the other things. You're like, yo, we could fuck right now, or we could focus. We could build this shed or whatever, put this roof up or whatever. You know, what I mean, we could do anything else because
Yeah.
the sex is not. We're not about to have a kid. I guess we're not in the space for that. So we obviously need to have some work to do. I mean, you can explore sexually here and there, but then you reach a point where like, all right, this is gonna go into just routine.
Yeah.
And I figured you out, you figured me out, and now it's like, so we're either gonna like prepare the nest to create, or we're just gonna continue to like try to like build up static to where we're interested in each other again, good in arguments and stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think yeah, you fuck 100 times, no kid, bro. That is what? That's not even. I think like if you go back in history, that people would be like, what? That's crazy. How could you do that? You know what I mean? Like you read the Bible, it's like, yeah, so Isaac went into her and they had a kid. He knew her. He knew his wife and they had a kid. It's like, God, immediately?
Immediate. Yeah. The first time.
There was no doubt he's going into this shit, I guess, with no doubt. Like, all right, I know what to do.
Yeah. And I guess he had a purpose for it.
Yeah.
Like,
So
I have a mission here. I got to do this, you know?
Yeah. So Isaac had to fuck his bitch 150 times to figure it out. It sounds crazy, yo. Think about it. You really think about it. But it's like normal. Like people be like, yeah, Netflix, selecting the food, sex, and I guess like going like public outings, like to try to like distract us from us. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, let's just get involved with other people so that we don't have to really reflect on us.
And then that makes the sex itself a distraction because it's like you're going into it distracted and you can't really be present for the experience, right?
Yeah. And then you're just going into autopilot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not,
think about it.
if you fuck 10 bitches, it's not like you're going to eat the 7th bitch's pussy different than the first, like the third one. It's the same. And then once you get to like, you figure it out. Like, it's going to be small deviations, I guess. But you'll be like, all right, this is the same formula. It's me. You know what I mean? Like, I am. And like, I just feel like, how many times can you watch that movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
All you can do is reload people because it's the routine.
Just change the movie.
The routine is mad tired. It's still like, you seen Tropic Thunder?
No, I never saw that one. I seen parts of it, but
Because they had like they were all like in corny movies, like they were all actors, and Ben Stiller was like in Icebreaker 19 or whatever the fuck it was. Like there was so many sequels, but that's what it's like though.
yeah. Wow. Okay.
Lethal Weapon 11. Mel Gibson doing the same shit with a different bad guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the same shit, yo. How many times can you watch that? I don't know. It's like, and then I dissociate, and then I'm not myself. I'm just playing The Sims now. Just watching my dick like it's a Sims dick.
Watch it from the background.
Yeah, like I'm playing fucking Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
With my life.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's how it is.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's how it is, man. Like, it makes me hate myself. You know what I mean? And then like I feel like once I'm going into that, there's no way I'm treating them correctly. There's no way. There's no way I can. I'm already preoccupied. Like I need to hurt myself, yo. If you come over here, if you come around me, I'm fucking this shit out of you because that'll hurt both of us. But it's probably still not enough pain. It's not enough pain. I'm gonna have to fucking start smoking and drinking in here.
Yeah.
Not enough pain. And then you go into that quicksand, and it's only so long. I think you can do that because it's to damage your breath. And then I feel like then you probably will bust a nut, and where that takes you is not where you want to go.
Uh,
You know, how many times have you just got comfortable as hell? You know, your body just be comfortable. You know, you just wake up with the chick, and you probably like not really remembering your dreams. You're not really on the same page, and like motherfucker, whatever is vamping them is vamping your dreams, and whatever was in you is vamping theirs, and
uh-huh.
y'all both getting eaten alive by something, and then you wake up like in a fucking stupor kinda, and your body's like in a static like friction, like a shock period, and then yeah, you spooning or something or whatever, and now you fucking again. You wake up, you fucking. You break with
Yeah, yeah.
breakfast,
That's
you know,
breakfast.
and so then yeah, it's even more routine. I feel like, you know, I was talking to a dude the other day on a consultation, and he was just saying like, yeah, man, when I sleep, I get I can relax enough to have sex. Otherwise, you know what I mean, he's like, I have problems with like premature ejaculation, and I was
Mm.
like, fucking crazy, bro. That is insane. That's like this should kind of be the other way. I mean, like
Yeah.
honestly, like you know, if you're coming out of just unconsciousness and into sex, you would think, you know what I mean? But it's like the other. I don't know. It's wild, yo. I feel like how yeah, like the body gets relaxed and in a routine so much that like it creates a confidence, even if it's the wrong thing. You're like, yeah, whatever. I know how to drink. I know how to drink and smoke. Don't worry about it. I know how to drink, smoke, and drive. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's all related. It's crazy.
So like, how old are you now?
30.
So yeah, you went through the Saturn return,
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I'm kind of just like kind of stepping on like out the door, out, the doorway out of it.
shaking that off.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's I guess a challenge. You
Do
know?
you? Yeah, and that's the thing. Is like, do you think that you could fuck a chick that hasn't gone through that yet?
Man, that's a good question. I don't know. Because even my most recent one was older than me, so she had already been through it.
Do you think it helped you?
I kind of, yeah, I think so, actually. I don't know if I'm just telling myself that, but I feel like I learned a lot.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
I kind of was able to change my approach to things.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like yeah, the Saturn return is like everything that you've been delusional about. All that shit's going away.
Yeah.
All of that. Get that out there. You're gonna get down to brass tacks, and you know what I mean. You basically kind of get down to like the skeleton of reality instead of like all your projections. But then I think maybe some people can still hold on to it, and I think that's why people doing drugs well into their 30s, 40s, and 50s and see that. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
they're just like, I've never let them delusions go. You know what I mean? Very deep in my delusions.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I just I don't know. That's kind of what I've been going through, man. I just been trying to not retrain myself, but kind of just see what's always been there, man. Like actually listening to myself and not like going ahead and trying to talk and fill space up and like um you know I think it's important to stay like active and having shit to do or whatever, but then at the same time, I'll be filling shit up. Just calling a motherfucker, calling a bitch, calling my brother or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I guess if you in person, that's why I'm like grateful that I got the space right now. Like if you in person, I think it'd be tough to be like, all right, bitch, don't talk to me for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I know no talking unless you call it. You need the cops called. Don't
Yeah,
talk.
right.
Basic shit, you know.
I guess for me that was kind of easy because for my Saturn return I kind of didn't really talk to many people, so I kind of had a lot of that time. But now I'm kind of like wanting to talk to people.
Yeah, nah. We gotta restart this live because fucking the tiny hat people, man. Only get an hour now. Yeah, I got to
All
restart
right.
the line.
Okay, I'll
It's whack.
rejoin.
All right, word. I'm gonna start in 2 seconds, bro.